You know when like someone rips a fat bass solo, like, yeah, that's how I feel right now. How about this laksa? That was incredible.
Selamat pagi, Penang. Today is our last day here in Penang, so let's see what other foods and sites we can explore.
So we are going to be starting off at the Chowrasta morning market. Hopefully get some Assam Laksa and ending it with an epic Baba Nyonya feast. So there's the market. Let's go in. Okay, as you enter the market, you can immediately smell the confluence of scents from the wok hay of the people frying up people's morning breakfast. Fresh fruits, meats, seafood, and knickknacks. So let's see what we can find. I like how you stopped immediately on the first sight of Nyonya Kueh. Oh, with blue rice, huh?
I'm getting it.
That was literally the start of the market, and Yanbi's already succumbed to it. I just love morning markets like this. Yes, it is the weekend, so it's a bit busier with locals and tourists alike. You really feel the hustle and bustle and the life of morning Penang. Okay, it is breakfast time and we are here at the first kopitiam that you see when you enter the market. It's just a collection of different stalls serving wonton mee, char kway teow, chee chong fon, porridge, fish head porridge, Hainan chicken rice, blah, blah, blah.
It just keeps going.
Exactly. So first dish, we just got the one that we have not got before in Penang yet. It just said porridge.
It's a very dark colored porridge, and it has some youtiao, some pork bits, some herbs, some chicken bits.
It's got a flavor.
Yeah, there's like a meaty flavor in there. I like that it's a bit light, like it's not like a super thick porridge. Oh, thank you. Wonton mee. We had this in our first day when we arrived in Penang, and I really, really loved it, so couldn't not have it again.
Got our drinks as well. This is probably my last white coffee in Malaysia yet.
This will be my last tethetic in Malaysia. But it's okay, because we're gonna have a lot of bubble tea in Taiwan soon.
Yum, yum.
Wonton mee. Yummy. There's something about that soy sauce that I'm really liking. Fresh wonton.
This is good tea.
Right? Yum, 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 yum.
So how does it compare to the one in our first night?
I feel like the first night hits different though, because that was like probably the first time I've had wonton mee, so I was like, you know, whoa, delicious. This is still very delicious, but I think the first one had a little bit more complexity. But this is still really good though.
You know what I'll do, Yambi? Yambi still has some of her tea left. Now you got iced coffee.
Don't you mean you just made cham?
I did actually.
Okay, what if I was still drinking that?
You weren't.
Another little treat. I forgot what it was called. I know this as martabak, but it could be called apam as well. But it's basically just a little pancake, and this one has brown sugar and corn. It's still quite warm. No! Oh, very interesting combination. The brown sugar is not too sweet, so you really taste the corn. And it's like cream corn, so the texture is quite nice. And the pancake is very soft, fluffy, a little bit chewy. That would be a very addictive snack. We also got a few other flavors. I think this one is just brown sugar and peanuts. This one's a bit more sweet. The peanut flavor is very subtle, but it just works. Okay, now we wait for our grab.
Okay, we've arrived here at Penang Hill, at the bottom of the funicular. It is busy. Let's go buy some tickets. Okay, while Yambi buys the ticket, you can buy an express ticket as well, which is very useful because I heard this place does get really busy in terms of the wait for the train. It's 30 ringgit for the normal tickets and 80 ringgit for the express. So I think we'll take the L and just wait a little bit.
Got our tickets.
Express. Okay, never mind. The line is longer than we thought. It actually goes like way on the inside. So time is money. Express ticket. Look at this. Waiting time? Couldn't be us. Thank you.
Oh my god, this is giving the same energy as that one Tokyo, that's Tokyo Disney whatever. What a hell. Low-key, I thought we were getting ripped off, but that was low-key worth the price. I didn't realize how many people were here.
That was proper steep.
That was so steep. It was also way faster than I thought.
Welcome to Penang Hill. That funicular was genuinely insane. I think it is the steepest funicular in the world, and you can definitely tell you're like, oh no.
I was like, whoa.
Oh no. But yes, this whole hill station slash funicular was built in 1923 by the British to enjoy the cooler temperatures. And what a breathtaking view of Penang and the mainland that you have here. I mean, that is an amazing view. There's little old Georgetown in the distance. So it's not just the funicular that there is to do here. In Penang Hill, there's a bunch of tourist activities, from tea houses, gardens, of course viewing platforms. I think there's a mosque and some mountain trails as well. So there's quite a few things to do around here. But honestly, even just looking at the view in itself is just a spectacle. Definitely worth coming up here.
I realize now it's too late because it's our last day in Malaysia, but yet another Kueh presented by the Kueh correspondent, and that's correspondent with a K. Couldn't tell you what the name of the stall is, but I saw it and I bought it. But this time, it's got a little blue going on. This breeze, it's giving Tagaytay in the Philippines. Why are you so far? Best friend, it's sticky. Okay, Kueh time. What is this movement? It's the worst one yet. I think it's like a bit too sticky. Not that fragrant. Mid. Why out of all the places to have the best view, only to have the worst Kueh? Don't be childish, be childlike. And then you age beautifully. Who said that? Me.
Watch. Experience the real earthquake and typhoon. What a privilege it is, Yanbi, in Malaysia. In the Philippines, that's just every day.
No! Zombie Museum, Shrek, Star Wars, they got everything here. It's crazy.
Okay, we grabbed 10-ish minutes away to here in the middle of the residential blocks in Air Itam. This is the Farlim Shell Station, Assam Laksa. Here in Penang, they are famous for their Assam Laksa, and it is not like the laksa that you know of with that coconutty, spices creaminess. This is actually fish-based broth, and it is sour. I was standing next to the pot of their bubbling laksa, and you could just... Gosh, that was an intoxicating smell. But first, let's taste the broth. Wow. This has a slight tinge of sweetness that balances out that sour. Look at this huge chunk. I think it's mackerel. 2 chunks of mackerel, actually. Look at that. Golly. Noodles. Mackerel. Yum. That is just fishiness personified. But the sourness is just so exact. Wow, that is just hitting my taste buds in a million different directions, and I absolutely love it. And also, mango juice. We may not be in the Philippines, but hey, mango is still my favorite fruit, and we're in the tropics. That is very, very nice. This is one of those foods that makes you go give the stank face. Like, you know when like someone rips a fat bass solo, like yeah, that's how I feel right now about this laksa. That was incredible. It is also incredibly complex in its spices. The lemongrass, the galanga, garlic, and onions in there.
Also, can I just say, as someone who doesn't really like to have sour soups, that Assam Laksa is one of the best soups I have ever tasted.
Don't you mean that Assam Laksa is awesome?
How are we in the same bloodline? And right next to the Assam Laksa stall is another stall that sells these kind of buns with bakwa. So you can kind of buy like a bun that has pork floss and pork slices. You know, the bun, it's steaming. We are big fans of the bakwa pork slices, but I've never had it with pork floss before. That is a nice porky snack. It's not too heavy, and I like the bread. He also kind of like pours it with some kind of sauce just to add extra moistness. The bakwa is a little bit smoky from that kind of charcoal grill, and a little bit sweet, which I am a big fan of.
Also, Yami, I don't know if you could tell, but I feel like our Grab driver was mildly confused as to why we were here. He was like, "Oh, Farlim Shell Station." Okay. Next tourist stop, Kek Lok Si Temple. It is the largest Buddhist temple in Malaysia. Really getting the VIP experience here. It's not just the trolley. We're also getting a little golf cart up.
Feels more immersive when you're sitting this way.
Almost feels like a ride.
I feel like I'm in Universal Studios. Hello.
This is what we are really here for.
Hello.
All right, we have reached the top of the Kek Lok Si Temple, right? But at the very top, jeez, that's a huge statue.
Would you look at that?
I know, right? I think it's like a 36-meter tall statue of Guan Yin. You can clearly see why this is the biggest Buddhist temple in Malaysia. There's a bunch of different buildings and just incredible architecture around here. It is incredibly imposing, but also beautiful to see. It really makes you question our size in the universe, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, who cares? Because the Mega Chief is all. Mega Chief. It's dinner time and we're having Baba Nyonya cuisine today, and we have encountered a friend nearby.
We were just asking the person what's the best dishes to get. We're gonna be eating at Baba Phang. Follow our recommendation. Thank you very much. What should we get?
Sri Muka.
Moo. Good evening, everyone of fine Peranakan tastes. We are here at Baba Phang, and we are here to indulge in Baba Nyonya Peranakan cuisine. And you may have heard those two terms interchangeably. Baba Nyonya is more of a term here in Penang. We've heard Peranakan a bit more in Singapore, and that basically describes an ethnic group of Chinese traders back in the day who settled in Malaysia and the Strait settlements in Singapore as well, and intermarried with the local populace. And over time, they developed their own unique culture and traditions and cuisine and histories. So I'm very excited to have it again. We had it in Singapore, we're having it in Penang. Let's eat.
Kueh Pai Tea. I love this little cute shape, and apparently it is stuffed with crab. Never had it before. Oh yeah. That's a good little nibble to start with. This outer pastry or shell is so thin. It has a very light crisp. And the crab is delicately sweet, not too heavy, which is good because we have a lot of other heavy-hitting dishes. Next dish, this is their Tau Yu Bak. It is pork belly, and it is stewed in this very dark soy sauce. It's like a little bit sticky. And I think I'm gonna pair this with the blue rice. You know, keep it simple. Got a little blue going on. A little bit of this. Ooh, that sauce is dark, it's sticky, it's thick, but it's perfectly balanced in a way where it's not incredibly salty, and that pork melts in your mouth. And the ones with the more of the fatty pieces, which usually I'm not a big fan of because if it's not rendered properly, I don't really like the texture of it, but it kind of just melts in your mouth.
Nasi ulam, huh? Do the honors, Yambi. This is...
Never had like rice like this before.
It looks like eating a garden.
Literally, what the most herbaceous.
Okay, let's taste the last three dishes. This is nasi ulam. You saw Yambi break into it. Here, genuinely, I have no idea what's in this nasi ulam. I will just list it for you. Here. What does it even smell like? Gosh. I'm smelling some slight fishy something, like anchovies in there and some herbs that I have no idea what. Let's dig into this nasi ulam. Wow, I have no idea what's in there, but lemongrass maybe, galangal, maybe some turmeric to make it a bit yellow, but God, wow. Interesting. It's got a slight crunch as well because it's just so packed with herbs. It's also just good by itself, but I'm sure it would go well with the other dishes. Petai Yambi, this is stink bean, very famous in Malaysia. Mark Wiens, and yet again, unhealthy obsession with it. On the same level as his obsession with durian. There was an eating competition. It was like a fear factor eating competition in uni. And of course, like me being, it was like, Locavore, come on, I eat. There was like 10 of us, and the first dish was just pure petai, like stink beans. And then you basically had to finish it in the time limit, and if you were last, you got eliminated. So, me being me, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna chuck the whole like cupful into my mouth, and literally, one bite in, I could not start chewing again because the pungency was just too intense that I was just about, it was either I was gonna choke if I tried to swallow it, or I was gonna yak everything out. I got eliminated in the first round.
You suck.
So here we are, redemption, sambal petai.
And that's why the turtle won the race.
Okay. Ooh, this is giving me like PTSD. That day. Okay, I see it. It's got a bitterness, it's got a pungency, and then the sambal is already kind of pungent enough, but golly.
That or durian.
Durian.
durian. But it does have some prawns in it, which is nice. And the sambal is decently fragrant as well. I don't think I could handle it pure, but because there is sambal, it's alright. And then last one here, Yambi. Pagi, pagi, pagi. It comes in a luscious, thick sauce. I'm gonna put that there. Okra. Love me some okra. It's got the mint on top. You can tell that it is stingray because of the fibers are kind of, you know, long, like the wings of a stingray. So, let's taste. Whoa. There's a bit of bones. They're almost like hollow tubes. Very interesting. That tastes kind of similar to the Assam Laksa that we had a while ago. Yeah. Slightly sour, very fragrant with the aromatics. And that stingray just melts in your mouth. Oh my God. And okra, one of my favorite vegetables. That's delicious.
The swordfish, it has a very like soft, fleshy, meaty texture. If chicken was a fish, kind of like that vibe.
And of course, giant pot of tea. Cancel out all the calories. Basically ate nothing.
If you were wondering where the cows were, they're literally just over there.
Is that the equivalent of seeing sheep in New Zealand?
Yes.
We're not all just living with sheep. We are a city.
All right, Ambi, that does it. What a day, and what a final day here, not just in Penang, but in Malaysia as well. This caps off our Malaysia series today, and I'm gonna miss this country quite a lot. The people have been very nice, but also the food has been incredible.
Yes, we really enjoyed our time here in Malaysia.
And after this, we are off to Taipei, so get excited for that series.
Not over yet.
Exactly. So thank you guys for watching another one of our food and travel videos live from Georgetown, Penang. Signing off from Malaysia, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you in Penang. No, not Penang. I mean, wait, let me do that again. Bye. Bye. See you in Taipei and then Hong Kong.